My neighbor is moving his junkyard today. Probably not the tires and any of that shit, but you know, it's a good time. Finally, at least. We'll have 4 weeks of peace and quiet. Thank the Lord. Y'all, today is finally the day. Today is finally the day that we can leave at least some of this bullshit behind us. It's what I've been having to park on. I paid over $600 in repairs because of that driveway that was supposed to be repaved this spring, which is in one of these. But I digress, okay? So the downstairs neighbors are finally moving out today. It has been hell all day. Lucas has not gotten to sleep, like, almost at all. He's in bed right now. It's 5 o'clock. But, like, I couldn't say no to the kid any longer. Like, maybe it's a nap. I hope it's a nap. Or we're getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. But he hasn't slept all day. So it is October 4th today, okay? On June 9th, you see the date too, yeah. Our landlord finally responded with more than just, can you guys maybe not talk to each other? Can y'all just get along? He finally responded with more than that and was like, okay, I feel for you guys, like, they're gonna be out, yada yada yada, end of August, right? So 90 days. But he had told us, you know, like, they have a year lease, they've been here for, you know, over 5 years, like, it's not that easy, blah 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 blah. Before that conversation, or in that conversation, yeah. Now 2 months after the fact, they are finally actually moving out. An eviction doesn't actually take that long. You didn't actually start the eviction when you said you were going to. That I feel pretty certain of. But secondly, it's funny because they're clearly telling the neighbors, like, we just can't. They keep calling us crackheads because I don't have any teeth. So of course I'm still a crackhead. You know, I love that stigma. It's great. So the day before that, June 8th, I had texted him a book. The harassment has been ongoing nearly 7 months now, starting the night we brought our newborn home, when they turned on the only thermostat controlling the heat for the entire house. So I apologize if I don't exactly feel like you've been very involved. I carry a knife on me for protection to take my dog out into the yard. We were able to get a second-hand dryer from a friend for $100 because they broke ours. They went and shanked it or some shit. We were able to get a second-hand dryer from a friend for $100, but I'm understandably upset that we had to spend anything because the situation should have been handled months ago. I'll get the rest of the rent sent out today, but I did make a full 311 report about the ongoing harassment from the downstairs tenants. Before that was a much bigger book. You know, these were one of the many texts. The camera's sitting on a pile of my things. But these are my things to bring to court. You know, if we have to go for small claims for rent owed. But downstairs just slammed their front door 12 times in a row in less than 2 minutes because he can hear our baby isn't awake crying upstairs. We've been documenting everything. And we do know a lawyer that informed us that the harassment to our medically fragile infant warrants a tenant harassment lawsuit. They have refused to let him sleep for 6 months, making his health issues worse from sleep deprivation. By banging on their ceilings / his floor and yelling at all hours, slamming their door and throwing things at his window while exiting, shooting his wall with a BB gun. He sits downstairs and randomly yells as loud as he can right under our son's room. We should not have to deal with this or relocate. We have been nothing but quiet and respectful tenants as much as we possibly can, while being continually harassed by the downstairs. I would much rather you as a landlord resolve this instead of us needing a lawyer, but we cannot continue to live like this. Thank you again. That was just one of the other other messages. That hadn't really gotten any response. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I'll stitch a clip. I did show you guys, the majority. This is when he had cleaned it up. That's why it's all organized right there. This is his clean, neat scrap piles in our shared yard that I'm supposed to be able to let my dog out into, and my toddler crawl around. Right now he's not toddling yet, with just your random metal everywhere. There was a swing set. It was theirs. They were all about letting us use it and everything, until they decided they didn't like us, so he ripped the whole thing down months ago, so that Dylan's older daughter couldn't play on it when she came over on the weekends. And just today, I had to repay the subscription for our security camera to be on my car, and then it's not in the footage because I moved it, but I did move my car over against where the fence is, like fully on the grass, in the hopes that, because he owns so many ATVs and bicycles and his motorcycle, everything else, in the hopes that if he wants to do some type of drive-by brick party, that he would have to at least stop to really get that drawback to be able to make it to my car. And then I would be able to have like something on camera. So that is the hopes, if that happens. But he ripped a giant hole in the fence, thinking that I won't be able to like let the dog out. But I never let my dog out unsupervised. Wouldn't let my dog out unsupervised. Wouldn't let my child out unsupervised. Like, not in this area. I don't know about other areas of New York, but most of it, no. Like, she's a pretty little dog. I have seen people around here like actively jacking things. We got a car up front. There used to be a drug house. Sorry, I get that double right now because of the camera. There used to be a drug house in the corner, both her kids got taken, and that finally got shut down, but now it is like their cousin or something took it over, so it's like a teenage house, where they just like park stolen vehicles out front and stuff, so I don't even know, like everybody's moving off the street anyway, so we would not have wanted to stay here regardless. We moved here because Grandma lives on the street, and we thought that she was actually going to be involved at all. But that lasted like one day. So there's just no reason for us to be over here anymore at all. So I'm not like upset that we are still leaving, even though the downstairs just left today. Like, we do get like 3.5 weeks of peace and quiet, and that is great. I don't know what kind of craziness they're going to try to do on like a drive-by or whatever. But that's much better than being downstairs and banging at 9, 10 o'clock at night religiously every single night. It's been 11 months. Lucas turns 11 months in 10 days. So it's been just shy of 11 months of this continual harassment. He has been out there mowing the front lawn, and then my tires got in a flat, right in the back left, where you can't see it on camera. There has been the dryer incident where they texted my landlord, oh, she does laundry all the time, it's ridiculous. And then the very next day I went to switch over laundry, and that load in there was dry, but the load that I went in for later, never dry. The dryer was no longer working. Like, come on, dude. Um, yeah. It's just, God. Yelling, wake up, sleeping beauty under the window. You know, like we got his crib hidden in the back. I'm going to keep it in the back because his nursery does have that one window, which is on the front of the house, and it scares me that they could do like a drive-by still with a brick and like aim for the window because my car is too far away. Like, I don't give a fuck if it comes through this window and smashes our fucking computers as long as it's nowhere near my child, you know? So we're going to keep him hidden in the back for the rest of our time here. And I've just done what I've mostly been doing, just like holing up in my house. We had mail going missing when I came back from Georgia. All of a sudden, we had mail going missing. We did have one package stolen prior to that, but like I made a big scene about it. Like I made a report and everything like that. Their defense was, we have cameras, but they never offered footage, they never showed any footage. Just the package never showed up, it was never found. I reported it stolen, and I got like another one or whatever. But then now it's been mail, and at first it was just going missing. And then I have a pen pal who sends me a little bit of pocket money. It used to be cat treat money, and now it's just like, you know, little extra whatever Lucas needs for the week money. Sorry. But she had let me know, like, hey, you know, it's coming to mail. She knows about our neighbor problems, how long it's been going on and everything. And so I was watching for the mailman all day, and they did just sleep again. And I saw him walking away. You know, you see him on one side of the street. I'm upstairs. I had to go all the way down. Then I see him exiting. I'm like, okay. And as I come around the path to get to the front of the house, she is drawing back from my mailbox that she was just opening. And I'm like, I just told her, like, stay the fuck out of my mail. She was like, it's the new mailman. They keep putting your fucking mail in my box. I was just putting it back. Looked awful fucking guilty for somebody putting mail back. I was like, okay. I didn't tell her that I have the UPS notification thing on my phone, which tells you what you have coming that day. But I was like, I know that I have mail missing. Like, I know that my bank card was supposed to come in, and that's nowhere. That did thankfully get returned, but that was on like the back end of things going missing after I had caught her in the mailbox and everything. So I think what they did start doing was finally like return to sender, but initially they were like throwing that shit out just to inconvenience us. So I wasn't getting any of the applications for cash assistance or anything that I needed to prepare for this move. That whole thing got bombed. That was great. But yeah, it's over. I can't explain to you the fucking relief. Oh my god, dude, like. I can't even lay down anymore at night without having back-to-back panic attacks, like. Because, like. I know it's like, yeah, okay, it's sleep, but he's a baby, and like you're actually like startling him awake, like you're scaring him every time, and it's not fucking fair, and it's been for months, and as a mother, like I keep doing my best, and I keep like. I buy the white noise machine, and I buy the extra padding for the crib, and I buy like the rugs, and I, just like anything that I can to cut down on noise for them, to cut down on noise for him. Just constantly trying to keep everybody happy. Like when the cats were here, trying to keep them quiet and like and making them have like their own bedroom at night and like putting them on one side of the house because the neighbors are gonna start freaking the fuck out because a 10-pound cat is trotting across the floor. Like, it wasn't fair to them. You know, I know that caused more stress and anxiety with them, which caused me more stress and anxiety initially when this is all when he was first born. Like, it was just so much. It's been so much. And we're running into some roadblocks finding a place. Just like, oh, sorry. Not only is there like very few listings, period, but most of them are like $1,200 minimum, and even if you have the entire first, last security pet deposit just for simply her, just for the one dog who weighs like 25 pounds, so she's been a hassle too to get onto the thing. Sorry, just thinking about my cat. Anyway, so with the few listings that there are, even if you have the money to move in, you have to have 3 times the rent. Which for a place like that, we don't make. He's been working extra every single fucking hour he can, which is helping, so that when we have those pay stubs, they equal more that we're turning in, so that we have closer to that 3 times the rent. You know, if we could find anything, you know, $800-900, which I have found a couple of listings. But like, I went to one $800 listing this morning, and it was a self show, and I get on like the link when I'm there, and it's like, put in the 8-digit code on the back or the top of the lockbox, with the lockbox. I'm like looking like all around these people's fucking door, dude. Like, there's 2 mailboxes, there's nothing on the doorknob, there is no fucking lockbox. Like, looking like a fucking lunatic, trying to, like, snooping around these people's houses. I'm calling them, but of course it's Saturday. So the only thing that's open is maintenance, and maintenance can't help me. So I did send them an email, but never got to see the place. And it doesn't let you just directly apply for it. You have to go to the showing to apply for it. I couldn't get into the showing through the link because I didn't have the pretend lockbox code. So, yeah. So we saw one absolutely gorgeous place. We've spent $50 applying so far between the pet application, and then the fee is applying. Well, more than that, because then also the credit check. Fingers crossed that we get it. I don't know that we will. And if we do, it's same amount that it is here, but without heat or electric. So that's a little scary. Because we already struggle here, but we have to get what we can get. We have 3.5 weeks until we're homeless. So, but anyway, I'm so sorry I started crying. going through a lot right now. I usually don't let Jen slip out, but I got a therapist. I don't know if it's bogus. It's like an online thing. It's like a telehealth. But I have been really enjoying doing sporadic, the 24-hour online NA meetings when I not really feel a need to because I feel like I need to use, but just feel like I need to talk to somebody. It, but yeah, but that's why I got the therapy because it's like you don't get any feedback. Nobody talks back. You're just like diarrhea of the mouth, and then people are like, okay, on to the next person about their life. Like, could somebody maybe like give their perspective? And then like you get numbers afterwards, yeah. But like those people are just like, hello, you should do this prayer, and it's like, thank you for that, but I was really actually looking for like some real outside perspective. That's why I was talking about it. But yeah, so hopefully things start to look up a bit. Um, apartment woes like always. Having a deadline is scary, but we got this, and it's almost over.